The VFX crisis, good CGI versus bad CGI, how it affects the artist and the teams working on the project and the final result of the project. They put together a budget and then they hire and they reach out to multiple companies to see who would be the best fit for the project. So they're going to reach out to a ton of really great teams, 3D teams, VFX teams, whatever it be. And they're going to give them a proposal on their project. Now, these teams are going to bid. They're all going to, try to undercut each other to get the contract. And this is where the problem usually starts, because they're like, we want the work. We need the work. So we're going to undercut and we're going to say we're going to do it less than this team so that we can get the job, and we're just going to do our best. If you know anything about being a 3D artist or just an artist in general, even if you're not fully equipped to do the job, you usually tell people you can do the job just so you can get the job, because you need money, you need work. And even if it's a little bit above your pay grade, usually you'll figure it out. So this is where part of the problem begins. Now, we've all seen shitty CGI in movies or crappy animation in video games, but that's not the point, because these movies and video games still make hundreds of millions of dollars, the ones at the top, right? And you would think that if you're a artist or you're part of the VFX team, you're probably set. You're probably rich. You worked on, let's just say, The Life of Pi, which made probably $600 million plus dollars. You're like, oh, and you did, all the animation for the tiger and the boat and the water. You guys are probably fucking rich. Well, that's actually kind of why I'm here today, because as a 3D artist, I learned about a story from The Life of Pi, which I had not any idea of until today. And it kind of inspired me to make this video, just kind of talking about the way people are treated as artists and VFX artists in the industry. And it's shit, but there's nothing that you can really do, because, what are you not going to play their video game? What are you going to do? Not watch, the new Marvel movie? You don't really fucking care who worked on it or how hard they work, and you're not going to sit there and boycott Spider-Man because they mistreated their artists. I'm not asking you to do that either. Be around. Now, what happened is on The Life of Pi, I think halfway through filming and doing the VFX for the tiger, the company that made the movie decided they want to switch gears and they want to change either the look or the animation for the tiger. They wanted to switch it up. They wanted to do something different. And what happens is you're kind of locked into this contract, and there's nothing protecting you from a company changing and shifting gears on you mid-project. You kind of just have to deal with it. And what happens is this results in you having to work double the amount of work you agreed to work on for the project. So just for example, an average work week, like a light work week for an artist that works for Marvel, is 64 hours a week. That's a fucking lot of work. And it's these people at top that are making all the money. It's not like you're making the money, because it's a buyout. They're getting paid. They're not getting royalties. It's not like they're fucking Tom Cruise. And I think this is the funniest thing about it too. Like, when you go to see Jurassic Park, you're not going to see Jurassic Park really because Chris Pratt is in it or Bryce Dallas Howard. You're going to see it because you want to see the fucking dinosaurs. That's why you want to see Jurassic Park. When it comes to Marvel, yeah, okay, you got for Spider-Man or any of those Marvel movies, yeah, you got actors you love and you want to see them play those roles, but really the reason why we're watching those movies is because of the sick animation, the sick VFX and 3D whatever shit. That's why we're watching those movies, and these teams are not being compensated like an actor would be. And I think that's so odd. But I mean, it's just like a loophole. Like, if you're a studio, like a huge studio like Universal, I'm just going to use them as an example, and they make a movie for $150 million, right? And they make $600 million on the movie, you would think everyone's just getting fucking paid. And that's not the case, because though they're like, yeah, your movie cost $150 million to make and $150 million to market and whatever, they will come up with a loophole. Like, well, in order to keep our lights on, it cost us $400 million. Or to have everyone on set and security or whatever. They'll make up a fucking excuse so that money just goes right back to them, because they need to get paid back first. They're funding the movie. They're making the movie. So they're going to make it so that all that money comes back to them. And now they're going to give, you know, the people at top, the producers, some of the actors, you know, they get their royalties and stuff like that, but no one else is getting paid off that back end. It's just going right back to the studio. I think you get the point of what I'm saying, and I want to get to the main point of this video, which kind of sums up everything I'm kind of talking about, because like I said before, everyone knows that VFX art teams are being abused all over the world, and they're not the ones making the money at the end of the day, because they're, just so you know, when the project is done, they're basically out of work. They finish a movie, now they need to find another gig. They're not making all that money on that back end. It's not like they're gonna get paid for years to come off of the work that they did on that Marvel film or that video game. It's not how it works. It should, but it's not how it works. Okay, anyways, there's a company that worked on The Life of Pi. Now, if you saw the movie Life of Pi, you probably thought the same thing I did when you were watching it. And that was, wow, this fucking tiger's animation is amazing. The animation for this whole film is fucking amazing. That's what I thought when I was watching the film. And you would probably think, dude, this is like next level shit. This company, this 3D VFX, whatever company, they're called Rhythm and Hues. That's the name of the company. You would think that they're going to be the next big thing, like Jurassic Park, when Jurassic Park came out for the VFX of Jurassic Park and the dinosaurs animated everything. Because the tiger was so great. They did such a good job. Like, it's insane. Anyways, you would think that they're going to be the new hot chick as far as VFX companies. 3 months after that movie came out, I think it cost 120 million to make. They made 600 million in theaters. Okay? This company, Rhythm and Hues, files for bankruptcy 3 months after the release of the film. And you're like, how is that possible? And it's because in the middle of filming their movie, they decided they want to switch up the way that the tiger animation was. And that cost them months of work that they had to go back and redo because of the way that the contract was set up. They had to do the work. And it's just not fair for these companies on top to be like, what if we change this? And then another douchebag in a suit goes, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, tell them to redo all the work they've already done. And we don't give a shit how long it takes them. We have a deadline. We're paying them. We want it this way now. And there's nothing we can do. I wish there was a resolve to this video where it's like, boycott this movie and it'll solve the problem. That's just not the case. And I know you're not going to do that. And frankly, neither am I. And I'm a 3D artist. So I guess just being aware and acknowledging the fact that artists are getting fucked around left and right for right now is all you can really do. See you guys later.